Alright, we got a weapon school, so we should be fine. Okay, bye. Oh my god, okay, never mind. We got wrecked there. Bye. Everybody's spreading out around us, and so our targeting got destroyed. We needed to be able to face a direction where nobody was, so that we wouldn't be doing our teleporting. Shreked. Nice. Ah, we didn't get the cone dance there. It looked like we might. Entrees. Frat boys? Okay, I'm just gonna decide to do this time. Instead of doing the teleporting tactic. That works out just fine. Nice. That's such a relief. That fight is just... Until I found a new strategy for the Kinoshita fight in the hardest difficulty mode, it was the biggest nightmare of that category. And so it was really satisfying to... Thank you for opening the door for me. Thank you for opening the door for me. It was really satisfying to have it be so solved in this category. Mob, okay. They come in with plenty of weapons. Very nice. Yep, best split there. Cowboys. Seen them a lot here. How did you end up all the way over there? Okay, that ended up being still fairly fast. Not as fast as world record, but... Let's see what we can do with this. We could potentially save... Or no. It was the Ivan split where we can save time. This, we need to go super well. Locals... they're not cooperating. Yep, they're not cooperating. That's gonna be time loss. Lost 2.5 seconds. Okay, let's see what we can do at Goda. No, I just decided to go for it. Because we lost so much time there. I did not try to stop to bring a weapon in here, and I just went all in on a weapon clan. Oh my goodness, that was super fast. And he's done. Wow. Okay, let's see what we can do on the top floor. We got the locals. Will they be a huge pain like they were in the factory? Not yet. We got a delayed spawn there, unfortunately. Just take care of them from here. Man, I was close to resetting in the factory with how terribly that went. But this is going to be the sub 330. 328. Yeah, that factory was a big shame. But it didn't destroy the run enough. So the run's not totally optimized. But everything except for the factory was pretty good. So I can't complain too much. That is the current world record in downtown Nekketsu Monogatari EX 2007 Parody Ban, any percent easiest difficulty mode with pre-strengthened characters. We've defeated all of the slappy guys. In record time. Victory! So yeah, not the best, but I'm okay with that for now. And if I want, I can come back to it at some point and have some fun, but I'm not too worried about it. I just wanted to come in and poke around at this and see what I could come up with. Apologies for the loud noises that are happening just outside the studio. I can no longer hear the game. Yeah, we lost 3 seconds, but let's test this out again against Kinoshita. If we just let the weapon land on the ground. I forgot. I forgot what I was doing. I was supposed to nitro port him and grab his weapon and then let it land on the ground, but muscle memory. Rats. Oh well, let's try again. It is so nice to have that extra consistency at the beginning in this hardest difficulty mode. And not have to worry about Kinoshita being a lottery. What were you doing over there, sir? Alright. Oh, we got the weird early text there. That's fine. Alright, what do we get for Hasebe? That is the long text, rats. So we're losing at least 2 seconds there, because the game said so. Rounding out to a pretty average start. Let's see what the warehouse holds. Alright, we gotta do it this way. We got the mob, and we didn't get the weird spawn, so we have to use them as weapons. Not as fast as the frat boys, doing all the teleporting. But that's okay. We lost 2 seconds because of the Hasebe cutscene and not seeing the frat boys, but we can hopefully save it back by grabbing this weapon. Having 2 weapons here, letting this land. Now it'll actually do damage, because video games. If we had not let it hit the ground, it would have only dealt 7 damage every time. But because of that, we saved those 2 seconds back. Oh, hallelujah. The Kinoshita fight is not as terrible as it used to be. Hello, Entre- Oh, nice hit. That's silly. That was a slow dash. Alright, into the mid-game slot machine, because every single part of this run is basically a slot machine. If we do not see a weapon school here, the run is dead. Locals! Ow, 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 get away from- Ow, 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 okay. Well, that stinks. At least that was a good ending. But we are gonna lose some time here. Not the worst Mochizuki fight. And cowboys. Okay, please don't do what to me. What the locals just did? And he just decided to have a square dance there, right on the back of my leg. That's... You know what? If you... Maybe I should have just danced with him, instead of destroying him with my telekinetic powers, but... Let's just move on. We barely lost time there because it wasn't that great in world record either. Now we're hoping to see a weapon school here. Alright, the plague. That should be interesting. They're very, very aggressive. Hopefully they don't slap us around like everybody else has been. Okay, very fast. That was very fast. Now let's jump over this pit, and let's see if he cooperates this time. Alright, he didn't take that long either. So we saved more than 5 seconds. Alright, pretty bad mid-game, but it all comes down to... If we get some miracles in the late game here, I am going to grab this in case we don't get a weapon. We only have 1 weapon! Okay, thankfully we got a weapon school anyway, or else the run would have been dead, because... if we had seen a non-weapon school with only 1 weapon, we would have been barely dealing damage. But thankfully the jocks appeared. And now we can deal some consistent damage against Goda. Please don't get... Oh, he almost got away there. He's gonna get to the other side of me. Yeah, whatever. At least it only happened once. We're not losing that much time. Let's get the gym jump. Alright. Now for the final top floor school fight, and then the biggest luck element of the entire run of nothing but luck elements. The Dragon Twins. We got the cowboys again. That's pretty one at a time. That's not the best. And I wasn't sure what was happening with the coins there. Here we go. Let's run over here and hope they stay together and hope that I just get unbelievably lucky. Just spam, spam, spam. Oh, they almost got away. They came back together. That is so lucky. Wow, okay. He almost got up with 0 HP and willpower, but I Caught a break there, and we just saved 4 seconds. Okay, now it's all up to whether terrible, terrible disasters happen versus Yamada. He could get up with 0 HP and willpower. It sounds like he's being dealt 1 damage pretty often. There he is, he's done. And time. That is a surprisingly big world record. You see how much it comes down to the Dragon Twins. We got an awesome Dragon Twins fight. Therefore, it was a resolute sub 440. That is the current world record in Downtown Nekketsu Monogatari EX 2007 Parody Ban. The hardest difficulty mode with a pre-strengthened character in 4 minutes and 36 seconds. There we go. Unfortunate mid-game. We got slapped around pretty heavily, especially by the locals in Mochizuki's room. You hate to see it, but that just shows that this can actually be beaten if anybody wants to try. Neither Mochizuki's or Taira's room were that great, but Kobayashi's room was quite good. Thank you for the GG's ersatz. Kobayashi can fall into the pit much faster than that, but it was not too bad. And everything else was not that bad. Just those 2 mid-game rooms were the biggest blemishes. And so that bothers me a little bit, but I'm not too upset. And no frat boys exist in the universe, unfortunately. Which is a wild thing to say. Alright, we're on number 723. I'm definitely starting to feel like I'm gonna be stuck here forever, as I've said. Like, it's impossible to get a, like, even remotely clean run in this hack with a vanilla character. Especially whenever you go solo. Alright, first try frat boys here. They were out of sequence, but it worked out. Alright, decent start. Where is everybody? Where is everybody? Here comes the big problem. Okay, we got him. This is interesting. I don't even know what to do. Having the tire the entire time usually gets knocked out of my hands by that point. They just all let me hit them. None of them even blocked. That was very strange. But I guess I'll take it. It's a 45. Please give me the fast dialogue. Thank you very much. Okay, we did not lose 2.5 seconds just because the game felt like it. So hopefully we get first try frats on a decent pace here. Frat boys, please appear inside the warehouse. It turns out they do exist in the universe. Please exist in this universe. Ah! We'll try it again. Alright. We lost 5 seconds to having to reset, but let's see what we can do here. Nice block. Blockhead. Alright. Okay, we got him. Oh, but he turned around and perfectly got us. He's having a really hard time running away. That poor guy. He even got caught on his feet by 1 damage, and then he tried to immediately run away again. He was dead set. He was on a mission, and he failed because this game is wonky. Alright, we lost 6 seconds, mostly to the 5 seconds of having to leave and re-enter. 9 seconds behind is actually not that bad, especially because we're probably going to save about 1.5 seconds back here if we don't mess up the Kinoshita fight. Good, he recovered in midair. Alright, let's grab his chain, and off we go. 2:14 is fine. We have almost 20 seconds that we could potentially save in this split if things go well. Hopefully we don't get annihilated on the way. That has happened before. Hello, Eagles, tempting me with your long boys. I will not fall to temptation this time. My short boy is good enough for me. Off to the mid-game. We've been getting pretty good luck with the mid-game lately, but We're gonna need really good luck. Oh, I almost got hit by that. I can't believe I didn't. Okay, generic dudes. All right, hopefully they don't absolutely destroy me like they did earlier. The weakest school in the entire game can still just blow you apart. Even on the easiest difficulty mode. Okay, that was close. Pretty good so far. Nice, okay. I guess I'll use the weapon to start the fight. Don't need to. Okay, he's kind of far away here. And I hit him early. Dang it! I hit him early, and so I lost like 3 seconds to end the fight. We got jocks here. Let's see if this goes okay. Let's use their chain. Ow! Okay. They can surround me and just blow me apart just like any school in the entire game can. Okay, that was nice timing by you. Nice. Oh my goodness! Whatever, it's weird, but it's acceptable, I guess. Still a decent pace here. I waited for him to land that time. Alright, 4:05, one of my fastest paces ever. Things have been a little bit wonky, but acceptable. But from here on out is where things get even more difficult. It's almost impossible to not get knocked down from here on out. It's almost impossible to not get knocked down up to this point. Just everybody is perfectly desynchronized. Everybody has even more... Hello, Hattori. Everybody has ridiculous range. See ya, fellas. And also, I can get walled by the locals for about 15 years here. The locals are absolutely unfightable, and they can show up here often. We got the internationals instead. Horyu. Oh, wait, here he comes! Okay, okay, he's gone. Okay, I've wrangled him now. I wish I could have collected those coins. I missed my inputs a few times there. But at least they are not surrounding me. Good. That's a decent fight. Let's not mess up the Kobayashi kill here. Okay, good. He went left, and he didn't land on the ledge. All right. Is this a best split? Just barely not. Okay, this is definitely the first sub 510 we've ever had. Now things are starting to feel real. But it does not matter. It does not matter how well things have gone. It doesn't even matter how well you do from here. It's still mostly up to the game. Hello, Hattori again. Please, no locals. We got the plague. That's not great. Okay. They really need to cooperate here. And they're not cooperating great so far. They're all jumping around away from me. I need to create space here. And he ran away, and I got hit by absolutely nothing. I got hit by the pure will of the game wanting to do me wrong. Okay, that allowed me to create some space anyway. Okay, here comes the final boss of the regular enemies of this game. We managed to get him. Where were you when everything was coming apart? All right, let's do a bunch more uppercuts than usual on Ivan here. Hopefully this will save some time compared to me using my frenzy punch. Nice. All right, that seems faster. We're losing some time compared to a really good fight. Please let me up. Please let me up. Don't destroy me, please. Okay, perfect gym jump. Here we go. If we get the locals, I have to reset here. I can't fight them. Of course we did. This is another one of the longest reset room cycles. Plague again. All right, I have to walk left to keep their spawning organized. And he still got to the left of me. And now they're unsynchronized attacking. I have to get those coins and spawn some more people in. Please just approach me all in a bunch. He almost got around me again. Okay, this is going better now. Here comes the ultimate boss of the regular enemies. We got him. Okay, it's a huge shame we had to reset the room, but that was a good fight. And all of a sudden, it's mostly done now. Like, unless the Dragon Twins troll me and Kunio me, they're separated. This could actually kill the run. Oh no. That's so annoying. He just cost me 3 seconds for no reason. But if we don't mess up this final input, we've done it. Are we free? We're free. We did it. That is actually a 726.95. Oh my goodness. Finally. We got knocked down once. Unreactably, and just... It was in the middle of our frenzy punch. Somebody blocked, and you couldn't even see the animation because they were behind somebody else. they just poked a little foot out and managed to go through my entire hitbox and hit me from way far away in Ivan's room, in Goda's room. Just, you can't do anything about that. If the game decides that you've been knocked down, then you're knocked down. But that was the only unclean thing that happened in the fighting. We had to reset the room twice in two of the absolute slowest possible places to reset the room. The warehouse and the top floor. That alone cost us about 11 or 12 seconds. Or else this would have been a sub 720. Everything else went quite well. Finally. 726.950. So yes, I already have retimed this run. This was pre-recorded. I was adding commentary after the fact. So I know that it's a 726 because I went to somewest.com and I retimed it. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not perfect because of course it isn't, because it's a Kunio game, and because especially it's Downtown Nekketsu Monogatari EX 2007 Parody Ban. It's like the perfect combination of River City Ransom EX's luck elements and River City Ransom NES's luck elements, which is just an absolutely demonic combination. But we've managed to wrangle it halfway decently, just using a vanilla version of Riki, no AI partner, no changes in any of the in-game options except for what you provided at the very beginning. We did it.